The northwestern Bahamas under a tropical storm warning. And in sport, the head of the anti-doping committee in Trinidad and Tobago says suspended sprinter Michelle Lee Ai has questions to answer. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Friday, September 13th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break. Residents of the Bahamas, still in the midst of trying to recover from the destructive Hurricane Dorian, are now bracing for the passage of another system. A tropical storm warning is in effect for the northwestern Bahamas, including or excluding Andros Islands, as potential tropical cyclone 9 with maximum sustained winds near 30 miles per hour is forecast to move across the central and northwestern Bahamas today. The Miami-based National Hurricane Center said the system is expected to produce 2 to 4 inches of rain and isolated maximum amounts of 6 inches, but no significant storm surge is anticipated. At 11 a.m., the potential cyclone was located about 280 miles east-southeast of Freeport in Grand Bahama and 190 miles east-southeast of Great Abaco Island. The two islands slammed by Category 5 Hurricane Dorian last week. It was barely moving to northwest at 1 mile per hour. The NHC said some strengthening is forecast during the next 48 hours, and the disturbance is forecast to become a tropical depression or a tropical storm later today or tomorrow. Meantime, there is concern that the bad weather, which will stall search and recovery efforts and getting aid to those in need after Hurricane Dorian. But Carl Smith, spokesperson for the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says they're putting plans in place.
NEMA is taking the necessary precautions. The weather system will slow down logistics, but we have contingency plans in place. In Grand Bahama, those with compromised roofs or damaged buildings should make preparations to move to the designated shelter, which is the Church of the Ascension, the Church of the Ascension. And they should do that during the late morning and early afternoon hours. Also, provisions are being made for those in official shelters in the impacted areas. The monitoring and assessment are ongoing.
Meanwhile, Dr. Hubert Minnis has denied claims that he turned down offers of assistance from two former leaders to assist in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. In a joint press conference on Wednesday after touring Abaco, former Prime Ministers Herbert Ingram and Perry Christie said they had offered help to Minnis, but the offers were not taken up. But the Prime Minister said in a statement yesterday that he was surprised to hear those misleading remarks and was disappointed by the unnecessary distraction. Minnis said the country does not have the time for divisiveness, partisan politics, or jockeying for position. The Prime Minister contended that following the hurricane, Ingram reached out to him and an offer of a major assignment was made, but the former leader reportedly declined the offer. He said the government had also asked Christie, his predecessor, to serve in a position in the response effort. Minnis also responded to Ingram's statements that people in some communities were not warned about Dorian's approach. He says the former PM is mistaken on that issue as well, and media reports attest to that fact. Minnis said it is clear that there was and still is a misunderstanding, but he insisted that patriotism required everyone to put this aside and move forward. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
We set the tone with Frank. There are many people like Frank, but it's interesting the damage, the harm, and the destruction that is caused before someone's life comes full circle about that we all are human beings, Marcia.
You know, there's one word in his narrative that stuck out with me that relates very currently to something that happened with my two grandsons in the northwest quadrant of Washington, D.C. He said he learned.
Coming up on Caribbean Passport, highlights of a memorable CariFesta 14 in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. The creativity of the Caribbean and all that the region has to offer was on full display. Celebrate our Festival of Arts as we strengthen the bond between us on Caribbean Passport, the CariFesta edition, right here on this station.
Top Trinidadian sprinter Michelle Yai needs to come forward and explain why she wasn't available for drug testing. That's according to the head of the Anti-Doping Committee in Trinidad and Tobago after Ai was handed a provisional suspension from the IAAF. TV6's Vanud Nawani tells us more.
The track and field fraternity has been dealt a serious blow following the news that Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Michelle Yai has been provisionally suspended from the sport. That's because she missed dope testing sessions on 3 occasions within a 12-month period because of a violation regarding her whereabouts. Dr. Terry Ali, who is the anti-doping chairman at the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, provides reasons where Liai could have gone wrong.
The address she gave, either where she lives, either where she trains, when they came, she was not there. And then they did it another time and a third time. If you are absent from what you have in your Adams after 3 times, you now are considered to be in violation of the anti-doping rules.
So what must be done now by the Commonwealth Games gold medalist? According to Dr. Ali, Liai needs to respond to the Adams at WADA as to why she could not be found at the address that was given by her. And what does that mean? ADAMS is the acronym for Anti-Doping Administration and Management Systems, while WADA refers to the World Anti-Doping Agency.
She needs to get on to the ADAMS, to WADA, and explain why she was in violation, what happened, what was going through with her life, if there's any reason why she had to change addresses, if she had to change the whereabouts that she had submitted, and she could give that explanation. That would be significant. If she gives that and it shows for significant personal reasons, then I think Adams will take that, WADA will take that into consideration.
Switching sports now, Tobago Marlins continued their dominance on their tour of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whipping the host by 52 runs in the first of 3 ODIs in the Ian Allen Lincoln Roberts bilateral series that began on Wednesday. Batting first in Arnosville, Tobago Marlins posted 195 in 49 overs. Joshua James top scored with 53 of 47 deliveries, while Adrian Alexander and Kellon Lynch added 41 and 24 runs respectively. Jeremy Lane was the leading wicket taker for St. Vincent with figures of 3 for 27, while Asif Hooper and Kidron Pope picked up 2 wickets each. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Until then, good afternoon.